How to get monetized on YouTube. We all want to get monetized on YouTube, right? I personally am still on my way there because my channel just started this year, but that is kind of the hope for all of us, right? We are having fun with our channels and we have a passion and we want to help other people, but with all this hard work we're putting into it, we eventually want to get something out of it, right? If you didn't know, YouTube actually has a name for getting monetized. It's called the YouTube Partner Program. And what that means is basically you're eligible to get ads placed on your videos so that way you can generate some revenue. But there is a process in order to get to that point. First, you gotta be eligible to get monetized, and then you have to go through a process of applying and actually getting into the program. So in order to be eligible to apply for the YouTube Partner Program, you have to get at least 1,000 subscribers and at least 4,000 hours of watch time in a year's time, and then you can apply to be monetized. Before you apply, you should probably make sure that your channel is appropriate for YouTube ads. So YouTube actually has this set guidelines for being a part of the program. So there are YouTube community guidelines, and then there's also advertiser community guidelines. Two separate things, so you got to make sure that you're in line for both of those before you do apply for the program. If you have some of that sensitive content in your videos, then that is going to severely limit the amount of ads that might be placed. Advertisers are not going to want to put their ads on your videos if there is extremely violent behavior or harassment or just super inappropriate stuff, so make sure you review that below. Very important, you need a Google AdSense account before you actually apply to be in the YouTube Partner Program. Or when they accept you into it, you're not going to be able to receive money unless you have a Google AdSense account. So you should probably just sign up and get one of those right away. That way you are ready when you do get accepted into the program. You don't have to worry about that and scramble. I will put another link in the description below for how to do that and the way you sign up. You will need some sort of Google accounts. You want to make sure that you are the owner of your content and it is original content that you created, not like a copied content from anybody else, because that's just not going to work. Keep in mind that you are going to have to pay taxes, most likely, on the money that you make from the YouTube Partner Program. So make sure that you check on your state's or your country's guidelines, because each one is going to be different, but you are going to have to go through that process just like any other job that you get paid for. Okay, so I am in the analytics of one of our channels, Income School. You might have heard of it. It started actually several years ago, and they have been doing a lot of hard work to get to where they are now. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a peek into what happened. I'm going to go back to the very beginning of when they started and kind of how long it took them to start getting monetized, and maybe go and see what videos popped to get them to that point. Right here, you can actually see that they started on February 14th, 2014. Well, it wasn't until March of 2015, that's more than a year, that they actually got monetized. Now, keep in mind that the rules for becoming eligible to get monetized were a bit different back then. So let's take a look at their timeline over here. You can see if I go to lifetime here and go to revenue, you can see it's kind of flatlined here, flatlined, and then you start to see a few cents coming in. That's what's different about it. But you see a spike. You start to see it go up right about here, but it really starts to go up, let's say right here in November of 2018, and then this really big one in June of 2019. So let's go ahead and go to the videos and see what actually happened. So they got a couple good videos here. They have this one, getting traffic from Google is so freaking easy. 3 steps for 2019. It got almost 104,000 views. Then this one, Neil Patel's worst SEO advice, let's talk facts, 128,000 views. You could probably tell why that one got some views because people were probably curious about what they were going to say about Neil Patel. Well, now let's look at what their channel looks like now. So now their channel has 139,000 subscribers, and that is really good. Remember, they started in 2014. That is 7 years of work. If you want to get monetized and you're just not there yet, don't get discouraged. Don't think it's not going to happen, because it will happen if you keep working at it. You just don't know how long it's gonna take to happen. Now let's take a look at one more channel that had a little bit of a different journey. This is an interesting case study because these are the same 2 people that created these 2 channels. So that gives you a little bit of an idea what can happen if you make 2 different channels with different niches. So this one still has Jim and Ricky from Income School, but you've probably seen me do some case studies about this channel as well. It is called Backfire and it is all about guns. So let's take a look at their analytics and how long it took them to get monetized and what they're doing now. Okay, again, I'm gonna go to lifetime here and go to revenue. You could see they started in August of 2019. It wasn't until November of 2019. That is only 3 months it took them to get monetized. That's crazy. That's amazing. It's just a different niche that they ended up doing really well with their videos. They made about search terms. People were searching about these different kinds of guns and all these different accessories. And so they kind of got the gold mine there with the niche. So much different story than Income School, which took several years to get monetized. Now let's go over and see when there is a big spike. One of the first big spikes was this here, November of 2019. Then it kind of stays flat and you come here, you see this. What is this? This is October 28th, 2020, and that's kind of where it really takes off. So let's see what video they posted around that time to get them there. So we've got a few really good videos in here. You have got this one right here just before October in September. It got almost 1 million views. So that probably contributed to that spike just a bit, I would say. The next few are all over 100,000 views. You come up here and there's this one. This is a short, best guns we've ever reviewed, and it got 110,000 views, and that is kind of where it started to spike. They made several videos that kind of really popped, and now let's take a look at where their channel is now. So now Backfire has 54,000 subscribers. That's not bad for just starting a couple years ago. So as you can see, they took kind of different paths, different niches. My best advice is to make sure that you are ready once you do get monetized by YouTube, because you don't want to scramble and then also waste time not getting paid. Make sure you are signed up for AdSense. That way you can start getting paid right away, and also just have that mentality of you are going to get monetized. You are going to be successful with YouTube if you just keep trying. Do not get discouraged and do not think that it is out of reach for you. So there you have it. Those are the main things that you need to know about getting monetized through YouTube. A lot of people think, oh, once I get 1,000 subscribers at least and at least 4,000 hours of watch time in that year's time, then YouTube will just start sending me money. But that's not the case. There are several steps that you do need to take. If you are at the point that you are getting monetized by YouTube, congratulations. That is so exciting. You worked so hard to get there, to make all of that original content. If you are on your way and you want to get there, trust me, it is possible. You just have to keep working hard. I've seen it time and time again. And if you do all these things, you're going to have such a better chance of getting there. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and also subscribe to my channel. It does help me out. and I will see you in the next video.